Listen. Yeah. Yes, Lord. Oh. Get that out of there. He's a single parent now. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Matty Rants. Thanks so much for tuning in today. We are talking about RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 8. You know, All-Stars 8, Paramount Plus, all that good tease. Episode 4, Screen Queens. These babies had to do TV trailers for shows based off of their own ideas and written scripts. We're going to get into it today, but I was more enthralled with the drama and the setup. The setup. I said, oh, it's about to get kind of spicy up in here. And we're going to talk about it like a TV show. We're not going to get into people's personal stuff. This is not what this platform is about. Sending somebody hate, tagging girls. We're not about that mess up in here. But I am going to break it down for y'all today, because when I tell you Candy, the producer muse, I'm going to have to start calling you Candy Mona Scott Young Muse. I am going to have to, sister, because Beat, you was setting stuff up. You were. Anywho, can't wait to talk about it today. Can't wait to have this conversation with you. It's been a interesting journey for me these past couple of days. As you know, I recently adopted a cat at a rescue, actually. And as you know, I've posted him on my channel. His name is Mamu-chan, based off of Usagi's nickname for Endymion for Tuxedo Mask, as you know, Mamoru. So yes, I have adopted a black cat. I love him so very much. There will be a video coming out that's edited about the Lisa's story and the sad, tragic backstory for him, actually, which was one of my main reasons for getting him, of course. But that's my boy. He's currently asleep right now. He may be up as I'm talking, but right now he's asleep. He's enjoying the sun a little bit, and I'm gonna let him rest because he had his dad up all night. 4 a.m. That little mother, who don't swear yet, Matt. What's my time limit? Woke me up to feed him at 4 something. I said, it's 9. It's 9. I know it's day 2, but I'm like, oh no, you're getting real comfortable. He's gotten very acclimated very quickly. The first day he was a little shy, but no, he's now a monster, and I love him. He's a meower. He's a talker. Trust me, you'll find out very soon. Anywho, let's get my social medias out the way and let's go ahead and get this started. It's at MattyRants everywhere except for Twitter, which is at the MattyRants. You can find that all in the description down below. It's a link tree link. Just hit that sucker. Grab a branch and eat some fruit. Mativia Poot. You can find my merch at dragqueenmerch.com. Just type in Matty Rants, MattyRants, and you'll find some Rant Pack shirts. The panel Sundays are best with the panels, and Mativia, you know that good stuff. Tank tops, t-shirts, stickers. Oh my. The stickers are only US only, just heads up from that. And also I do reactions on Patreon. I actually posted this episode just yesterday. And Mamu-chan is in the video, because anytime I'm watching something, he has to be next to me or on my lap. So for Yellow Jackets, be prepared, because I'm going to be filming that tonight for that finale for this season. And I'm sure Mamu-chan's going to be in the video with me too. So for as low as $1 a month, please check out my Patreon. It's a hoot and a half. All right. Also bookable on Cameo. Now, I took 2 days off to gather myself and also to prepare this, for my baby. Trust me, he's already changed my life in so many ways, just already. Believe me, I have spent so much money on this animal, but at the same time, like, I feel like a pop, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, our vet appointments next week and all that kind of jazz, right? But not even about that, but just in general, when it comes to me talking about my shows and the perception some people have with me, and say people that I bring on the show, which some of it is actually all of it is kind of ridiculous. All right. But I get people have their opinions. They can have them. But I really want to be just frank and keep it real every single time. I am not talking about these folks personally. I don't know them in their real life. It's not my business like that. Now, some of them I do know a little bit just because they've allowed me in. But other than that, like, for real, Like, this ain't to be taken so seriously. We're making jokes over here. It's just jabs or two. You taking it personal for somebody that don't even know you. Give it a break, please, please. I see these people in person, not you. I do, and that's the real tea. So, like, take a pause, because I'm going to have fun today. And so is my audience, because we're going to talk about a show that is edited for our consumption, that is filmed over hours and hours. And we only get 1 hour and some change to even talk about it. So please take a beat. It's not that deep. When I'm speaking of what I've been given, not what was but behind the scenes, and not what was said at Roscoe's in a drunken rant, not what was on Twitter, war of people who didn't, have a good time in life. I don't know what that was, and I don't care about it. So seriously, I had to take a little pause this past couple of weeks. I was just drained from just commentary. Like, what are people talking about? But disclaimer, this program is for entertainment purposes only, and content is not intended to malign any religion, race, company, individual, or wigs, or gender. All opinions expressed by Matty Rants or program participants are solely personal views and do not reflect the opinions of every human being on the planet, I promise you. No hate should be sent to any of the shows or individuals mentioned on this program, so please do not be rude. And if you feel uncomfortable after reviewing this program, consume some activity at dragqueenmerch.com and have yourself a good poot, because seriously, I don't know if Jamie Lee Curtis and the Nepo baby that she is needs to come out here and throw some activity at y'all, but you need to get regular. I know that can cause stress. Ask your doctor. I'm telling you. Shout out to Bitch Puddin'. Got one of her limited edition tops, baby. Choose your bitch. I love this so very much. Love you, Bitch Puddin'. She gave me my first piece of cake gig, and I still have the envelope with my first paid gig money. I have it sitting in my closet in a little special area. So it's so funny, right there with my wig. All right, let's get this started, kids, because I want to get into it today and get back to my son, as well as, relaxing for the rest of the day. I might even just film Yellow Jackets tomorrow, just to be honest with you, because I'm in that kind of zone right now. I need a break. But I will say Drag Race has pulled me back into my feels of deals, because I love this show so very much, and I have respect for the creators as well as production, everybody behind this. It's a show that, while we may not always agree, takes the best decisions or routes that we would have done. It is still out there, and it's still very impactful in pop culture, full media. This literally creates jobs. Hello, ting ting. So that is where I want to stand with this before we go anywhere. But I do have 3 points to make before we start. Now, one, this challenge to me, I felt needed a little bit more creativity. And I would say it's on behalf of all of them. No shade. I thought it was interesting that they were given this task. And I'm like, I have 20 billion ideas I could have done. I'm not there, though. So I can't really just say too much. You know what I mean? I'm just talking on it. I'm just speaking on behalf of how I feel. I felt a little dry for most of the sketches, in my opinion. Number two, this category of runway was interesting. Interesting. Hey, decisions were made today, and a lot of stuff was tried on. But I thought, for me, as tackler as I am, I'd have came out butt fucking naked. I'd give you all of that. But I was like, okay. But I'm not saying that this is a bad show that someone needs to tweet about and say, y'all chill out. No, I'm just saying it, for me, concept wise, maybe the category, maybe the idea would have, I don't know. I honestly don't know. And my last point is, Alexis Michelle, it's nice to see you back again. I don't know you personally, and I hope you don't take what I say personally later, but oh yes, baby, I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. I'm going to let Candy know what's up. I love Candy, but bitch, when I tell you Mona Scott Young was in the building, all right? And it was a heavy, heavy, heavy edit on behalf of Yandy, baby. I'm telling you right now, Mendices is in jail again, and all of a sudden it's getting there, right? But also to Alexis, I would say, Andy Cohen is definitely, he loves you, sis. You're always gonna have first chair this season. I'm telling you. All right, let's get this going. Because, bitch, I was like, what is happening? This is an interesting. Jimbo, you're messy from the side. Don't think I ain't gonna get you too. I saw you and Candy playing the game. I said, oh, they're playing a game over here, and I love it. It's a mess, but let's get into it. Lava Nino, no, I'm kidding. Jessica Wilde reads a message, possibly. And we all have a moment of missing Miss Kasha Davis, even though she gave us a pinata on acid. Jimbo is rotting at the leaf, kidding, but they go over the lipsticks. It's a close one. It's a close one. 4 for Darian and 5 for Kasha. I mean, this is Darian's second time? What was the second time that was in the bottom before the third time again? So I guess some people liked Kasha more than Darian, and who voted for me and all that jazz. Darian, I'm going to have to pass you on by because they did give you an edit of I'm about to go home this good week, but I got to get into this. Because when I say there are things brewing and I don't know what happens off screen, so I can't just make my judgments fully on this. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I'm going to say, I am only getting from what I got, right? Heidi in closet, and they probably can write another thread on Reddit about me being biased for this one, but my Libra gap tooth sister is going to get my good hand today. Baby, the wheels are turning behind you, not in front of you, behind you, because whatever you did this past week is now carrying over into this week, even after you had said, I just needed to get that off my chest because I was a little upset. And I mean, you didn't have to fall, Mr. Remote Controller, but other people too were upset as well. And this one is now being hyper focused on. And that's what I'm kind of becoming upset about, because it's the hyper focus. It's the hyper focus on her that I'm like, why is this one in particular the biggest? We got to go there. Was it because it was the loudest? I mean, James sat over there with what looked like, the open door to a Pandora's box, literally, and was upset too. Kahana was mad she didn't get to be in the top, in her IKEA, fashions. So I was like, huh? It was them after Jessica said some people were upset that I won. And I'm like, I mean, Jessica, people can be upset that you won if they did a really good job and they felt they gave their all and they were only told to say that. We can have that moment. I would have gave it to her. But it's Alexis, these congratulations. And then all of them. Now, Kahana, it's so funny, girl, because you just said something too. You were also back there pressed. You didn't get into the, but happy I'm saying, I said, this is funny. Okay. Jessica, listen, feel your oats because, my coconuts was everything. I thought it was a good time. It was a good job. Yo, I forgot. Listen, I have a whole video going here, y'all. I'm just talking today. If you do, I see M. Morka. Thank you so much, baby. M. Morka, y'all give my baby some love. They do the, what's the word I'm looking for here? They do the timestamps for me in the comment section here, and they are one of my moderators, so give them some love, please. If you do want to throw something in my tip jar, it's paypal.me/MattyRants, Cash App $MattyRants, Venmo MattyRants. Anything and everything is appreciated, especially since I just blew a whole load of cash on this cat. Even today, I said I gotta go get something for this baby. But no, that's if you want to, not necessary for your participation. That thumbs up button is, though. I forgot to do all of this in the beginning. I just wanted to get into this. I just really wanted to get into this. But I appreciate y'all for being here, and I thank you so much for the love. Let's continue on. Now, in this moment, it's brought up again, Candy, and I'm not mad for this, so I'm not getting into you for this later. We're gonna talk about this for what's about to happen. But in this moment, this felt genuine. Heidi, you were talking about leaving and you were really upset, and I hate that for you. And Heidi in that moment was like, yeah, I hated it for me too. But I had to let it go. I had to move on. I just wanted to get that off my chest and explode a little bit because I'm pissed. That I worked my ass off and shit didn't go my way. Now, see, some people can take that as bratty. They can put their spin on it. I can understand where people can feel a certain way about how Heidi reacted in that moment, but I also know my emotions. I'd be mad too. Just being real, I would have been hot. I would have been hot. I would have been hot. So for me, my Libra scales are balanced here, and I'm like, okay, yeah, but more so on the, if I did the work and they're putting me safe again, is this about to be a season of me being the commentator and then out I go? Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Moving on from this moment, Jessica Wilde lets them know, hold on, bitches, I'm coming. And Heidi brings trash back into the room. Now, when she said do the hymen on them, oh my God, my sister. Heisman. And I did play football, so I would know these terms and dated football players, so I understand. I understand the lingua. But Mama Ru in this weather wig comes up into the piece and tells these babies with a riddle what they're going to be doing today. And I have to give James Mansfield some love. I said, come on, legs. I said, look at them gals. Go ahead, bitch. But people, some of them dressed appropriately. RuPaul apparently is about to lay out some lines for us on a coffee table. It feels like I'm about to walk into some 70s decor style house with music playing and a DJ in the middle of a carpeted living room, and RuPaul's going to come out with like a tray that just has full on everything I need and then some, but don't at the same time. I said, this is for home, but for a party at home, but like that kind of party at home. Like keys may be thrown into bowls. Oh my goodness. I love you, Rue. I really do. I promise you. But bitch, I was like, I can hear Barry White playing in the background. Oh my goodness. I can't. I love it. Casey, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see here. Right. I'll deal with that later to the person who just texted me. I don't need to hear that right now, but I'll deal with it later. Thank you, love. All right. So listen, now RuPaul brings these two fine gentlemen out, and with them, it's the mini challenge, not really, but more so for me, yeah. This was a day that I wish I was there, and I hate to say that because that's, Matty, stop, that's nasty. But no, it's been a couple of months, so I personally would have enjoyed this moment because, God forbid, I had to choose Bruno. Baby, there would have been a deep and wide gap. Like you would have fallen in, son. Trust me. This took us is for the bookers. Now, Lala Reed, this was so funny. Because most people took it this way. And mind you, they never, ever do this way. They always do it the other way where they're like hitting the picker that way. So that's why I was like, wait, what? Like, wow. All Stars 8 is just getting everything. This is not fair. Heidi, why are you looking like this? That is not the face I would make to that man if they don't even say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just Frankenstein looking at me. Kapoop. Like that's all this needs to be. Why were people falling? I know this was supposed to be funny in a bit, but I'm just sitting over here like, let me tell you how these legs would have locked in and you would have seen the gymnast in me come around. Fuck all that. Jessica Wilde, I wish I could actually show what happened to you, but that one was actually like, wow, we're bracing from the front to then go to the back. I said, well, goodness gracious. There's room for everyone. I it's like, wow. Jimbo, again, Heidi doing what, us good bottoms do, us Christian bottoms do. But no, Jimbo, RuPaul was like, first of all, we are definitely not about to lose our contract with Paramount Plus over this. Second of all, I was like, this is the best idea ever. And third of all, when can this happen? Like, wait, huh? I was like, this is a lot. This is vulgar, but this is great. hmm RuPaul, after doing, never mind, I'm not going to say that that's not true, but probably witnessing someone do that at her party, RuPaul giving me low key, what's that movie with Mark Wahlberg again that I love so much? Boogie Nights. There we go. Yep. RuPaul was casted in Boogie Nights. This is the outfit. This is it. This is it. Very much that. Very that. Okay, so what happens, I guess the whole purpose of this was the glitter that pops from the balloon is the color that the teams they would be on. I love how somehow Heidi, Kahana, and Lala Ree all pop the same color balloon. Matty, this is why they talk about you on that page. I know, right? But at the same time, like, what? I was like, huh? I was like, sure. Sure. Then these three just so happen to be on a team. I was like, what is going, like, they all are perfect for each. Does that make sense? Like, I'm not trying to say things just happen, but finally, I was about to say a very funny joke, but I appreciate my patience for my maturity here today. It's a sitcom. I'd like to move forward, please. All right, move. I was like, well, goodness gracious. Now, listen, Darian Lake had an interesting idea, and I'd like to ask the class as we all talk about this episode today in terms of what you would have done here, because with the challenge, they have to think of like a TV trailer for like some show or some like sort of like moment situation, sitcom, movie bit. You know what I mean? Where it's supposed to be very campy. And they used to do it back in the, well, I don't know for these new kids that they know about the, very funny trailers that used to play or very campy ones where it's like, dun, 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 this is about to happen. Dun, 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 starring do, do, do. Like very, very that. Okay, that was the 80s, the 90s kind of vibe for me as far as growing up. I'm sure the 70s had it too, 60s, you know the bit. But like, I was like, okay. They're now having to create the script around this themselves. We're not just giving them bits to work with because everybody's so creative. Not. Tanera Double Chocolate cannot be in this conversation because everybody is not so creative here. And I don't want to be rude, but I also want to say that it felt funny to see Michelle give in the midst of the product or these moments happening, like, oh, that was funny. But then when the actual number played, there was no laughs for it. It was like, what's going on here today? Darian Lake wanted to do some Lost meets, TV land bit, which I didn't know where that was going because, Lost hasn't even really hit syndication yet to where it would be on something like TV land. Would you have done that? Okay, I have to ask y'all. Would this have been the way this would have gone for you? Because can we just add some? Let's add some notes. Let's say they did Lost. There are three of you there, and so the whole bit for the TV the trailer is you being lost on an island, and these people from the past are there in their spirit, haunting it. And you have to find out what their secret is. Okay. Now, Darian's idea should have had either Lost, stop there, or going into the people from TV's past, being on a sitcom, i.e. Golden Girls. That would have been more, I think, interesting to me because everybody sort of went this thriller route. And I'm like, why? Like, that would have set you apart from everyone else and also probably added something to the equation of TV trailers. Why were they all thrillers? Was that the beat you were given? What did they tell you had to do thrillers? That is what I want to know. That is what I want to know. It's like, did they tell you to do that? Interesting. I don't know. Like, okay. Yeah, for me, I would have done since they all like to play older women anyways, I would have had them all play whoever was the dead celebrity they would have wanted to be And then by that happening, we would have had a whole setup for them moving in together or in purgatory. Like they're in purgatory together and they're stuck in a house and they can't get out because they have to admit some sort of secret. Ooh, did I just make a better TV trailer? I don't know. I don't know. That's just my idea. If I were to listen to Darian and I'm like, okay, so you want to do this kind of bit, let's remove the loss number here and let's just make this more central into what the point you're trying to make is, because I felt like this was a lot for me. So I don't know. It was like they just, all of a sudden we're, hit the seas. We could do all that and da da da. And I was just like, okay, Golden Girls in Purgatory, dead celebrity style. Very that, like Big Brother. Oh, that would have been also good, like Celebrity Big Brother, but they're all dead celebrities. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh, there it is. See what happens when you brainstorm and you don't just give in, Alexis Michelle. Oops. Maybe because you knew it was a bad idea. And if anything went down, you were going to blame Darian. Oops. Because that's what I saw go down. Darian said on Roscoe's it didn't have to be funny. That's what I'm saying, though. It doesn't listen to that point, that it didn't have to be funny. My point to that is that why not just go that route? That's not it, that it didn't have to be funny, but I'm just saying that like they could have gone the funny route. That's the point, babe. Now, I have a super chat over here. We need to give some love to. Monica, I'm sorry, baby. This was earlier, right before the live started. Justice for you, or, well, we'll talk about it. Hey, Monica, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you, baby. Asia Urban Reviews, thank you, love. Coming home from Drag Brunch, love you too. Hope Drag Brunch was good. Hope you tipped the dolls down. Hope you had some good food. Now, regardless if it didn't have to be funny, I'm talking about what are their strengths. Comedy, what are their strengths? Camp. And they're not just those things, but those are their strengths. So why not go for that and not try to dive your comedic or whatever intake you want to put in through a thriller number? That was my issue. It was like, just stick to the levels, stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to, however the song goes. Heidi and Lala took the lead on this bit. Kahana, you played smart here because we have seen, and that's fine. But, these two were going to team up again. They're going to be bumbling idiots. While Kahana was some, important person, and they were trying to steal her tucking panties. So apparently they could get the power that she has to be not busted. Okay. I wasn't upset, but I was like, I'd like to see it, and I like to see it live. It's some sort of Looney Tunes number. It's some sort of Boris and Natasha bit. I didn't understand, but I was like, okay, this is almost the same thing as the SNL bit, but not already structured in that kind of way, but they're playing to their strengths. Don't be stupid in this moment. That's what I see here, and I'm here for it. So I was like, okay, it's easy. We can work with this. Be fools. This one can play herself. You say that legendary legend, and somehow pop goes the weasel. Now, Jimbo, I didn't see anything wrong with your concept, and you getting all these no's was throwing me for a loop. Candy, if she had been on season 15, would have been in her no era. What was wrong with Jimbo's concept of Carrie meets this whole situation with someone being bullied and it turning into this sitcom? We would have watched it on Netflix for 2 seasons. I was, bitch, I was like, oh my God. And Candy, I get it. You didn't want things to go bad. So you obviously are going to put your endpoint in. But when you weren't adding nothing, my friend, I was like, what's happening here? You would say no and then not give. And it was like, okay, so how's that going to work? I was like, oh, okay. All right. Hey, work, Diva. Jimbo kept, but listen, now Jimbo stood their ground in the calmest of ways. I was like, all right, grandmother over here is not playing with her. Woo. Poor Jessica Wilde. Jessica Wilde's just ready to do whatever and is kind of like, I'm easy going to this, but Candy wanted to put her intake in. Listen, I don't know who got their point across because it was funny to me, but glad something happened. Michelle of many faces. Michelle, you were acting this week. I'm kidding. I'm not. Lady, lady. Okay, let's talk about this. Girl. Okay. So you're telling me that when you did the first group, it was like, what the hell? And I was like, okay. And then when you did the second group, which is Lala, Ree, Heidi's, and Kahana's group, it was very much, oh, this is okay, this is good. That's funny. Like I was like, okay, clearly this group was going to be in the top this week. I put this on everything. And then when we got to the other group, it was, oh my God, no, oh my God, no, we can't do this, no. You would have thought Rock'em Sakura was farting in her face. You would have thought it was, that's my thoughts, very, South Park style, Terrence and Phillip style. Someone laughed after it while they just jumped up like, I didn't know. Listen, track 9 and what album, what soundtrack, fuck all that. Bitch, Emmy winner. You go, girl. Michelle. Y'all had me fooled this week. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Oh, man, that shit was funny to me. I couldn't take it. That's why you only saw that picture, y'all, and why we were skipping forward, because I could not take her seriously, and I couldn't watch that scene. It was so, like, come on now. Like, you lost your grip over reality over a contestant, like, making a joke that's Putin. And then here we go with, anywho, I was like, let's go. Listen, I guess this is an ad for Canva or something, or they just wanted us to see them doing more work together. I removed of interest because I want to get into where it really went down. Now, this is what I want to see. Drama. This is what I want to see. Drama. This is what I want to see. Drama. All right. Oh, before we dive in, it's time for another disclaimer. This program is for entertainment purposes only, and content is not intended to blind any religion, race, company, individuals, or wigs. All opinions expressed by MattyRants and program participants. You can read the rest. Don't send hate to anybody or any of the individuals that we're talking about today. Shows all of that jazz. All right. Here we go. Mona, Scott Young, Candy Muse, Andy Cohen of proportions. When I tell you, you are in your production bag, and when I tell you production sees you and they are highlighting the fuck out of you, it is funny to watch how this is going down. And I'm also like, wow, because I'm seeing somebody on the other end who I really care about. And it's like, ooh, I want this to be funnier, but also like this would piss me off. This would make me hot if this was me on the other side of this, baby. Yes, Bio Miss Flores, the producer for Love and Hip Hop. Now, it starts here with Candy talking to Jimbo about being afraid of being sent home because there's such a threat. Like, in the middle of a brow is literally putting the fear of God into Jimbo, which I don't think would exist inside the mind of someone who dresses like they're from super jail, right? Like they're literally the prison warden. There they go, right there, honey. Okay. I imagine Jimbo would appear somewhere in like a Johnny Depp fever dream. Like, you have to understand. But it starts there. And I'm like, Candy is in the middle of beating her face and doing work. Like, they must have paid her extra for the season. Listen, the Alexis Michelle came over here, and I want to tell you, you got to know this lady is an actress. Alexis, you should be in some sort of movie. You should be nominated for this performance today. The way you showed your full, I don't know what's going to happen today. Oh, it's so funny to me. I can't take her serious. Literally, Darian and James are trying to be like, all like, hey, let's be positive about the situation. Michelle was stone-faced and all that, but we got our lines out. And we did our best. And Alexis is like, yeah, I don't know. it was ridiculous in the best way possible, ladies and gentlemen. It was ridiculous in the best way possible. I now Jimbo, Jimbo, with Alexis, like how did your group do? Like how was all that? And Candy's in this conversation too, because of course we have to have the producer in here. You know what I mean? Like Carlos King must be available on set because there's no way these decisions would happen without them. But Alexis not only takes this bait, but she realizes that she's in a scene where this is going to be messy. You all are self-aware, and I know this. Fuck that shit. Don't tell me these are people who are just, oh, we're falling into this and telling how we feel. No. You're doing that, but you're fully self-aware. There's a camera there, you're mic'd up, and you're about to give television. And I'm fine with it because this was, I ate this up. Well, I know I didn't do bad in my group. Boom, 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 boom. Screaming. Look at Candy. Proud of you. Proud of you. Bitch, Candy was so proud. Well, I know, honey, because it was just like, oh, she ate that. That's fine. We about to throw her another little snack. Watch. We gonna let it, because she's feeding. She's feeding into the bullshit. Alexis, you are silly for this. You're a grown individual. I don't know what your pronouns are, but listen, you in the front line of your hair had sit here and said, well, what I mean, I did my best. I just understand. And the fact that it's now other folks now, like listening to this conversation take place, and then who do you think it was? Do you think it was James? Where is James? James, you better step into the ring here. Your sister is throwing you under the bus. Where y'all at? Where's the rest of the group? I couldn't take it. Like now you've got the other groups invested in this situation. And I'm referring to more so Candy and Jimbo, with Jessica Wilde probably sitting there like, wow, this is crazy, right? But more so Jimbo and Candy now feeding the beast, because it's like, oh, that's crazy. So you really think that? What's really going on here? Now listen, after Alexis Michelle has, fed them, their appetizer and an entree, they are now on to dessert, as Heidi in Closet had to have a moment of, love and peace. And it could not last here. Candy, Mona Scott, Carlos King, Andy Cohen, Muse. This lady, and this is production, and I want to tell y'all, I was like, wow, this is a bitch. The way my scales would have tipped, and I would have turned around, and it would have been like, the fuck just happened? I know you didn't, bitch. We about to have a moment. I don't know if you felt small, Heidi, because of link times with times height here, but ain't no way Candy would have rock, paper, scissors me this day. Not I, said the pussycat. You're talking to La Ree and nobody else in this moment. And they talk about having fun, and this is what I wanted to do when I got here, this, that, and the other. Now, Candy has now heard this moment, and in realizing that just last week, Heidi was like, I want to leave. I'm tired of this. I'm over it. That whole little moment that she said she was over with has now been brought into, and look at her in the back. Please. I like over there. Look at Lala looking in the mirror like, what? Heidi. No, I got to do it right. Heidi, how you feeling? How you feeling? Because, last week you said you wanted to leave. Well, wow. You said you weren't over it, girl. I said, Candace Muse. Okay, this, honey, Candace indeed from Potomac, right here. You might as well call her Neck. You might as well call her, like, what was it, Maiden? You might as well. Bitch, you are a cackle. Whatever Heidi was trying to move on from, you said, nope, we're not doing that today. And I was gagged. Oh, Heidi. Now, let me tell you something. tell you something. Let me tell you something, sister. I know. Oh, this is a Libra scorned. This is I'm fully pulling myself out of it at this moment because she really just tried me. And I have to try to pull it together, but fuck that. That is what's happening right now. I know this face. I have made it many times. She cannot believe that with the alliance that she has with Candy, that she would take a vulnerable moment from herself and use it against her in this moment. But I got to tell you something though. I agree that was bullshit, Heidi, but on Candy's behalf, for reality television's sake, bravo. It was a moment. It was like, ooh, she played her. Like, she played her in her face. Episode 4, too. That's a gag. Literally, the beginning of the episode. I don't like that for you. To follow up by, Heidi, how you feeling? Because last week you were really over it and said you wanted to go. I mean, everybody remembers that was right over there. It wasn't just one person that heard that too. Reminder. Like, it was like, okay. She said, now, Heidi, listen, drawing on a whole donkey's eye. I need you to understand that. Drawing on a whole donkey's eye. Bio Miss Flores, thank you for the super chat. Lady Snubble was after Miss. That's kind of you. I'm shocked you didn't say Grand Bull, but pop off. Heidi said, I'm about to spill all the tea and say what the real is, since the girls want to pull me into the gag, want to try me, bitch. Drawing a whole ass's eye. Do you understand me? The context. I can't read. Astigmatism. That. A whole ass's eye. So funny. But this is me. Girl, how dare you just say that that's what you're about to do and not do? In that moment, if she played you, since I see someone talk about Candy did what needs to be done. Now, Heidi, this would have been that moment to like set it off. I know you were trying to play it right and warn people because you are a kind individual. You really went there when you said, I'm actually a nice person. I'm a kind soul. I'm not mean to other people. I said, oh, I said, she tried to hit Candy where it hurt. Like, wait. She tried to say she a bully. I said, oh my God, this is getting crazy. I said, okay. All right. Like, too much. This was a lot. This was a lot. Oh, goodness gracious. Listen, this was great television, though. Lala Ree, I was you, bitch. Just in there like, ooh, tell the tea, sister. Tell us all. Tell us now. Now, after all this happened, y'all, going into Untucked, I was shocked that nothing else was said, which is why I'm a little bit more pressed in this moment about what looks like is going to be the next episode. It's like, so y'all sat there in Untucked and didn't say nothing, or was that edited out for our sake? And then we follow through with this one because there was no, let's have this conversation about you calling me out. All right, Matt, pull it back in. Anywho, I was like, I'm not sure about this. All right, let's get into the judges. Of course, RuPaul Charles. This is one of my favorite looks from Ru, honestly. And Michelle Visage, this is your hair. This is your hair. And I love it. Oh my God, Maud Apatow. She's one of the best things about Euphoria, to be honest with you, because Euphoria is kind of gross. It's really gross, actually. I had to think about the show, but I love Euphoria. It's a good show, but it's like trauma, the rest of it. T.S. Madison back here for round 2. Oh my God. Like how much do we have to pay this lady? How much do we have to pay this lady? How much? Like, how much? Ru, you gave this week. I was here for you, Ru. Michelle, again, this is your hair. This is your hair. It's wonderful. It's fabulous. Work, sister. Love it. And TS, yes, we need, Just like, can we just, no, I don't mean to push the older twinks off, but real talk, like, she's great commentary and she plays and banters with Rue. It's funny. Like, I love me some T.S. Madison. She's been good people. She's been good to me too. Just a great person overall. Love you, sister. But yeah, Maude Apatow, you're good TV. I appreciate her on Euphoria because she's the only one that, isn't doing the most. And I love what she did to her sister this past season. I don't know if I can see another season of Euphoria again, to be honest with you. And I am kind of happy the Idol is getting bad reviews because The Weeknd does look like a walking fist. So that in itself is it's its own reason. Like, there's nothing appealing about that man. Like, I'm sorry, but there you go. Hey, if that's your number one, whew, I'd hate to see your number two. Now, moving forward, let's get into the television trailers, starting with the first group of Darian Lake and Alexis Michelle, with James Mansfield. So this was boring. I'll be real with you. Darian was the only one that had me laughing. And somehow she ended up in the bottom this week. Like, Alexis was not good. I wouldn't give her an Emmy for this performance. She does a better job in the workroom when she's just talking about the people who she's in a competition with. Darian was funny. Like, all of her jokes landed. I almost said I'm jocked. Oh, that's stupid. I meant to say shocked. Oh, I'm jocked. Poor, woo, boo, boo. I'm shocked this cat is still asleep. You better not be up all night. Oh, you better not be up all night. Oh my God. Okay, anywho. Yeah, I'm about to get you up when this review is over. I thought Darian was low-key played here a little bit, even with their runway. I'm not trying to be biased in this moment, but it just, like, James played basically the doctor and, whatever else character she's had to play in any sort of role situationship so far. I don't think that James is lines were funny and Darian's were set up to be hilarious. So I thought it was weird how they sort of played this out. I get the whole group being in the bottom for the full, like, it's 3 now, like, make the decision. But even via the runway, it was like, just say, y'all can't tell me that is not She Devil by Night in her Tammy Faye gospel robes over here. Girl, if you just squint a little bit, that's Trinity the Tuck. Alexis, I'm telling you, I don't know who you were supposed to be, but I thought that was Trend. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Never can mistake James for nobody. So that ain't gonna never be a problem. Moving forward through this moment, I do want to give these names a little bit of time. Alexis Michelle is Rhoda Dickin. This was the funniest part of the entire skit, is just reading the names. Oh my goodness. Darian Lake is Skipper School. That's stupid. Oh, that's dumb. That's poor. That's poor men's comedy. Oh, that's pretty poor. I love it. These are terrible. This is all very what's that? Wait. Can't want to kiki names. James Mansfield is Anita Steady. See, that one wasn't as funny, just like the rest of the performance. God bless James for trying, but Mansfield, this was funny too. I found that to be a little hilarious. Let's get on to the next skit. Trailer, comedy showcase. It seems that Jimbo's parents have found their house in the wrong school system. School zone. Over time, just because I went the straight line. Here we go. It seems Jimbo's parents got him in the wrong school zone. They bought their house in the wrong school zone. Okay, I'm sorry. So not the two Latin girls picking on the white. I was like, wait, did Jordan Peele write this script? Like, what's going on here today? Okay, so this was funny, but again, I found it all to be like, girl, okay, whatever, right? But for what it's worth, this one I thought was a little bit more in line for what the challenge was presenting. I would have assumed this was Goro for 5 seconds before I would have thought Candy was kissing somebody. I thought Goro was giving himself a hug. But it was, where are they? Meanwhile, this bit did work out, but I do think that the water part would have still been hilarious to see. I would have. I see that those are your favorites. Congratulations, love. I'm proud of you. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Over 300 plus of you here. Hit that like button, share, and subscribe, and become part of this Rant Pack family. If you take everything I say seriously, you're on the wrong channel. If someone's your favorite and I make a joke about them and that makes you upset, you need to really get your shit together. Other than that, let's keep on going here and have ourselves a good day. I did. That's who said Goro. Now, Jimbo, of course, is being picked on because, Amanda, please, but it is what it is. Now, I want to tell y'all something. I got to give Jimbo some credit here because Jimbo be acting his ass off, but like the moment he did this, I thought of that show like Mr. Meaty. Anybody? Like just something about this really brought me back. Adrian, thank you so much for the Tippy Poo on Cash App. Congrats on your new baby. Thank you. I appreciate you, babes. Does anyone else remember this show? This was like a blip in time. It wasn't on too long. And it came on Nickelodeon for some odd reason. And it was very fucking weird. It was super, super weird. But I had to watch it. And somehow with Jimbo turning his wig this way, it looks like he's, a misshapen puppet. And I immediately wanted to watch this. I think this is on Paramount Plus. I might just watch this today. I might just, enjoy myself and I might just have me a brownie and enjoy this today. I feel like I need to watch this. I think maybe, I think Mamu Chan is gonna like that too, maybe possibly. Listen, so far Mamu Chan loves anything Animal Planet. When we watch it, they're completely zoned in. They live for it. They did not like watching the documentary on lions though, because a dead lion popped up on the TV. And my cat was not too happy about that. Like dead ass walked out the room. I was like, oh my God. Sorry. We had to change the channel that day. They also enjoyed Wanda Sykes' comedy show. Like, no, my cat was dead, like in the TV. Wanda's jokes. Bobbed his head a few times. Thought it was weird. I was like, look at him loving lesbian comedy. I'm here for it. Let's see here. But yeah, I thought that Jimbo did a good job for the performance. Again, we know this concept. This felt very Carrie. It felt also Heather's Mean Girl style. You know the bit. This out of context could be taken as two things. One, either three things actually. I just thought of one. Okay, so this is either a commercial for Buffalo Wild Wings. This is either promo for Jimbo doing the Hot Wings challenge. Or three, this is exactly what a boneless chicken wing looks like from Pizza Hut. Because, ew, who gets boneless? If you're a boneless chicken wing lover, I apologize for my statement, but you're eating chicken nuggets, right? You do know that. That is literally a chicken nugget. Not a chicken McNugget, but a chicken nugget. Bless you. Okay. Jimbo, Jimbo is a proud boy here. Ooh, wait, nope. Not Jimbo carrying the same energy as that guy that goes to Target who's low-key DL and everybody knew about him on the apps. Woo! Sorry, I had to check out there for a second. My goodness. My goodness. I said, y'all made him the murderer? All right. Bet. Bet. Isn't it terrible? No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I'm kidding. I promise you. Okay, so this is my last this is my last reference for the day. This is my last reference for the day. Like, I could not. I said, so Miranda Sings is the killer. Like, who knew? Who knew Miranda Sings would get this kind of like love on Drag Race? I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Oh man. Oh goodness. Who says we can't make things funny? Yeah. Or Steve Buscemi in The Wedding Singer. I love The Wedding Singer. That's like actually my favorite Adam Sandler movie. It's my favorite Adam Sandler Drew Barrymore movie. Oh, such a good one. When he was like so angry and he was singing, "Won't you tell me how much you care? You stop, you circumvent." Yeah. Oh, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Stupid spoiled. Oh, video play set. Show the whole world what us you are. All right, so this was terrible green screen work, but hey, we're here for a good time, right? Can y'all remind me of the name of the runway? Because I tuned out. Like, I kid you not, RuPaul said ass something, and I was like, what? And I was getting the screenshots, so I forgot to go back. Please help me out with that one, y'all. What was it again for the runway before we get there? It was ass something stupid. It was ass something. That might be it. Yep, I was right. As the World Turns, which is, if y'all didn't know, a soap opera. As the World Turns. As the world, y'all. Thank you. Okay. Matty, please keep up the comparisons, please. It adds to the messiness. You know, it's funny because if I had an issue, I had to update my computer, and that's why these slides are a little quick time right now. But the next episode, I promise that I'm going to just do it early, like how I did my reaction, and just go through it. Because, bitch, when I got to Jimbo, I was like, you know who they remind me of? And I couldn't move fast enough. Also, there is going to be, I'm going to make an announcement at the end of the episode, and it is about the gaming streams that are going to start again this Friday. So if you are going to be purchasing Street Fighter 6, get ready, bitch, because I will be going live Friday, and we're going to be playing for 3 hours. Okay. Oh, yes. I told you once that game was coming out, I'm about to get real gutta. And then also Diablo is going to be on the menu too. I just pre-ordered it and finished paying it off the other day. So yes, the gaming streams will be back. They will be more than likely at night or early in the day. It's going to be either or for those streams, but I'll be letting y'all know early, very early, what's going to go down. But those 2 games in particular, I'm going to be very much like playing a lot of. So if you're playing Diablo, please let me know. We can go dungeon crawling together. I would be very excited for that. Thank you. No, Mamu-chan is actually asleep right now. This is their normal nap time, which is around 1:30. Yes, I've started to calculate my cat's moves. 1:30 to like 4-ish. Like any moment I'm seeing him get up. Or if I make a sudden movement, probably in a second, he'll probably be like, what? Dad? Trust me, he was up early today. Believe me, 4 a.m., that little mother. Yeah, no, I'll show Mama Chan at the end of the video. I got very lucky with this cat, y'all. I put that on God. I got very lucky. So let's get to the skit. Kahana is her mother. I didn't know she was cosplaying as Coco Montrese this week. But listen, hey, La Ree looks like they won and lost a lot of fights, right? And Heidi in Closet, probably is still at the ATM trying to figure out their PIN number. This was interesting. And what was really interesting for me is the fact that when Michelle was giving commentary on this, it was positive. But then when we watched this, there was light and little laughs that happened in between. I mean, to be honest, they all kind of didn't really give it to me. I wasn't that entertained, but it was still like, I don't know what's going on here. I'm like, did we miss a beat? Is it something else that we missed with this? I don't know. Lala Ree went out of, a voice of Fat Albert mixed with, I don't even know, girl. I was laughing, but then also Heidi had her fist in her mouth. I was like, sister, did you wash your hands? You get canker sores that way. You guys, it got scary. I thought this was a little bit of a biohazard. To me, I enjoyed this skit as much as I enjoyed Jimbo, Candy, and Jessica Wilde's skit because it seemed like it made the most sense. Also, this bit here with the tiptoeing in, that was funny. That was a good time, right? Like I was like, okay, that gave. I liked it. I thought it was it all made sense. Now, I thought Kahana did a better job with this episode than she did with the SNL challenge. And I'd like to give her some coots for that because she played her role very well. She played her mother. And it was good. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, it was definitely not Pussy Jones. Pussy Jones was a little bit of a flat soda, right? This was it was a lot better. Not even a little. Let me not lie to y'all. It was a lot better. So I'm going to give her coots on that. It just, as a whole with the group, I thought it was great. I just thought, okay, so did it need a laugh track? But then it's a trailer, so it's not going to get a laugh track. Would this have worked better if it was like with laugh tracks and it was done on a sitcom style? I don't know. They were supposed to be were they supposed to just all be thrillers? I get that Darian had said that they didn't have to be comedies, but I'm like, this is why I think a sitcom trailer situation would have worked better. Like, I really think that would have worked better because we could have added like a little laugh track moment in there. It would have made it a little bit more corny and I don't know. I may be talking too much on it. I may be giving, my point. I wasn't there, but something felt a little weird. Real Life Quinn, thank you for the super chat. I thought Heidi could have won last week and this week. Am I missing the runways? Hold up. Hold up. Let me pull up my Final Cut Pro real quick, y'all. Hold up. Because I'm like, this is not the order I did this in. Oh, goodness gracious. Hold on. Let me see here. Because I put these in. Or did I change the order up because I wanted to talk about things a certain way? No fucking way. No way. Wow. Okay. My apologies. And I wasn't trying to jump to the runways. When I saved it, it didn't save any of the pictures for the runways. Wow. I'm evil. Oh, today. Woosaw, Matty. Woosaw. I've literally downloaded these pictures, put them in the whole bit, and I checked my Final Cut and it shows this as blank. Screaming. I'm screaming. I'm trying to keep it together. It's like, keep it together. Hold on. You know what I'm about to do? Watch me pull this together real quick. Who is she? Let me stop playing with y'all. Hold on. Let me pull this together real quick. Final Cut. How dare you? We're gonna do a real copy and paste. Hold on. Maddie's about to pull a stunt on you. That's what we're gonna do. Ooh. I need to go to downloads, boo. I'm about to copy and paste, woo. Yup. Mm-hmm. Hold on. Give me all of you, bitch. I was like, wait a minute. I did all of this. Why? And I really wanted to get into these looks too because I have some opinions. I have some Unpinions. Unpinions? Unpinions. Okay, I'm also gonna do fame games at the same time too. As a matter of oh girl, I don't want to be rude, but ooh, I don't know if you would have been safe for any of the people who are in the fame games right now. And I love all of them, but I'm like, I don't know if you would have been safe. Like they would have definitely had conversations about your runways. No shade. Like they would have. They would have talked about it. We would have talked about it. There would have been a conversation. Okay, almost done, y'all. Almost done. Thank you for your patience. He's so unorganized. How dare he? This is why it's alive. And this is why my ass be getting it, bitch. Watch this. Oh, not me creating a whole slide. Thank you. We're going to do work at the same time. At the same time. Okay, all right. Did it all... It's all connected. We're all good to go. Give me the good to go. Da-da-da. All right, render done. Let's go ahead and save. Export. Okay. So while I am finishing this up, thanks for tuning in. Do hit the like button, share, and subscribe. We're better than this, to be honest, but you know, today is that day. If you want to drop a tip in my jar, because what's happening here? It's paypal.me/MattyRants, Cash App $MattyRants, Venmo, MattyRants. I'm gonna take the L on this one because I'm like, now wait a minute. This was supposed to be here. Supposed to be here. All right, girls, we're gonna scroll you down for just a second and we're gonna bring in the other slide. It's almost done, y'all. I just want to see it finish before I close out Final Cut Brew. Are you finished while I'm trying to save Miss Kasha Davis flat ass? Thank you. Okay, work. All right. All right, let's move you over to this side here. Da 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 da. Look at that. Okay. And now the next screen. Watch this. I'm like, pow. Category is Ask the World Turns. Thank you. We did it. We did it. We did it. Yay. Now I'm singing a song. We did it. Oh. As the World Turns. First up is James Mansfield. How long did that take me to? Like 4 minutes, 5 minutes? So, okay, I'm gonna be honest. Let's keep. I thought this was okay. I thought the headpiece was lovely. I love the message behind it, but I was like, okay, because the headpiece for me, it looked like it was something separate from the outfit she was wearing specifically. And that was my issue. I love that she patted the house down and she was giving a little romp for me. But like, I thought that something about the headpiece was throwing me the fuck off because it was like, okay, legendary. Somebody kept trying to tell me this the other day, and I was like, I'm not paying attention. But I love how James is suddenly Mexican, indigenous, and vocal and proud of it. Like, I mean, honestly, there wasn't enough time for them to do that on the show, though, because like, unless you're referring to their YouTube channel, I don't know. But like, they were only on for like what 1.5 episodes. They literally rolled out the stage. I don't know, but you know, some people have the same argument for a couple of girls that got on there, and then all of a sudden they were black, and this one was this, and this one was that, and you know, all of a sudden it's. But you know, that's not today. That's not today. That's not today. It's not today. It's not what we're doing today. She wants to be proud. I'm proud of her for, speaking up and having something about it. Go ahead, sister, do what you want to do. Eat a bowl of corn pops, for fuck's sake. I don't know. But I thought this was nice. But something about the headpiece and the other, that was my difference. Okay. That was my thing. You see what I'm saying, Legendary? That's why I don't engage in that. Listen, if she want to do what she want to do, that's it. Like, there you go. You know what I mean? Like, hey, like, what am I going to say about it? When I get up there, I'm gonna be black as, light skin beige. You know the song. Shit, I'm gonna be cozy the whole season. Get ready to be annoyed with me. I'm giving Whitley Gilbert on the runway. I'm showing Hillary Banks, Tracy Ellis Ross today. Light skin. It's gonna be a lot of that. So there you go. But go ahead, James. I thought this was nice. That headpiece to me, it just looked a little sunken in on your forehead, and then the rest of the outfit I thought was cool. I thought it was great. But I was just like, oh, okay, it's nice. It's nice. Darian Lake, they had the audacity. Like, Darian. Oh, you look so good. Like, okay, I do agree with Mistress on the pit stop when she said that the cup is a little low, but like not to like really focus, but like just like totally focus. Go on, bitch, because this was kind of everything. And it's the color of the wig with the color of the bodice of all of that. Like it's so right together. I really live and breathe for this, Darian. I thought, again, you had a safe week, if anything, versus a bottom. Why are you in here? Oh, that's right. I mixed this up. My bad. Hold on. Hold on. I got to go past the Fame Games people real quick. Hold on. I have to zoom back. It's chaos. I blame me having a black cat. Do you see? Okay, there we go. I'll come back to those disasters I'll come back to those looks in just a second, because low-key, Naysha Lopez kind of gave it. So I have to do it in order, Winona. I have to do it in order. But yes, Darian Lake, they played you today. High key. The true villain of the season, Alexis Michelle. The true villain of the season. Dressed in white. What a liar. Oh my God. It should have been beige or aubergine. It should have been beige or aubergine. I'm kidding, Alexis. I'm kidding. Oh, that was terrible. I'm sorry. That was stupid. Alexis, you liar. Like, what? No. Wearing white. How dare she? Valentina. That kind of is what, no shade. This reminded me of when Valentina came out in that wedding dress, but I know this is different. I think Alexis does look gorgeous. Like, no, like for real though. She is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Like she's gorgeous. An evil woman inside, I think she took some of those Broadway roles too seriously now. Barbara does Celine, indeed. Shout out for that American Dad reference if y'all caught that. Barbara does Celine. Come on. Shout out to anyone who knows what episode I'm talking about. Oh, I love Roger so much. So she showed her rump, and I had, by God's grace, I had this one blurred out. Crack is whack, crack is cheap. I didn't make too much money to partake in crack. Crack is whack. Okay. I thought it was successful, and why I thought this was a successful look is because from the front, I thought the train was its entirety from top to bottom. But then when you turn around, it's actually like cut in the back. And I thought that was kind of brilliant. I was like, oh, okay. Like that kind of was fire for me. So I appreciate the details in this look from Alexis Michelle. It's a wedding dress. God bless her, but hey, Now on to Candy Muse. It took me a while because I assumed that someone took her head and put it on top of the alien's body from the movie Meatballs. Was that the second one or the third one when the alien visits the camp and starts to spin the finger around? If you know what movie I am talking about, I love you down. I love you down if you know what movie I'm talking about. Because I was like, what color is this? But listen, this reminded me of her mother Aja's look from when they were on All Stars with the blow up bit. And I was kind of like, okay, this kind of is cute for that. And I liked how this looked from the front. From the front, it was a vibe. It was a vibe. It was a vibe from the front. Now, when she turned around, it was IR Baboon with a brown rump, because the way the skirt and the balloon butt was sitting. Hold on, I'm trying to get up in here for you. The way it was sitting up looked like a whole, like, whose booty is that? Like it looked weird when do you see this? Like, this is giving, very much, ass for days, and there's Hank Hill down here. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Bobby, that kind of bit is happening. Like, it's IR Baboon upstairs and Peggy, propane and propane materials that are happening here. Oh, it's giving all that. Oh, Con and Connie and all of that. A Boomhauer, just oh. So the front is lovely. I thought the front gave. The front, I was like, oh, yes, ma'am. But like when she turned around, I was like, ooh, hell no. Jessica Wilde, this was just enough. It was, I think you're gorgeous. But oh, God damn it. Why is it coming back? Okay, we're moving. Yeah, Jessica, this was nice. It was nice, but to me, it was like, oh, okay. That was a little light outfit. It was light. It was nice. Nice and light. I thought it was effective. Got the job done. Could it have been more obnoxious? We literally had coconuts yesterday with vanilla. I'm not asking. It's a silly word. No, it was good. It was nice. Nice look. No, I don't have too much to say about it, but Jessica looked good. She did. I love her. 400 of you in the room. Thank you so much for being here. Do me a favor, hit that like button, share, and subscribe. It's your boy, Matty Rants. We're talking about All Stars 8. All Stars 8. All Stars 8. All Stars 8. Okay, shout out to Drew. I appreciate you for the tippy poo on my Venmo. Want to read the message. It's a live show. Keep doing your thing. Thank you so much, Drew. And that's what happens when you go live. Shit. Okay, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. What did I have for breakfast today? Oh, I had Whataburger. Jimbo is next. Oh my goodness gracious, Winona! Thank you for the. I forgot that show was horrifying. Thank you for the super chat. I missed this from you earlier, my babe. My apologies. We already had that super chat. Thank you again, real life Quinn. I believe I missed you, Quante. My bad. Candy and her Giselle the Gizzard era. Yeah, Candy is definitely producing the show. I'm telling you. She's like, is it shady or reasonable? Reasonably, or is it shady? Why is it reasonably or shady? Why isn't it just reasonable or shady? Never mind. Let me stop talking about those people. Okay, let's see here. Jimbo is next, and Jimbo had a titty for an ass, so it was ass titty. I cannot deny this. Like, it's kind of like it's just this works from the front and then from the back and from the side. It's kind of ridiculous, but like I think from the front and the back, this kind of gives what it needs to give. Like, I can't knock this. It's the fact she did a bra for her ass and it looks like a fucking titty. Like I'm with it. I'm with it. Sorry, y'all need to respond to that. Moving forward here, I did think it was kind of a brilliant idea. I do sometimes though, when she turns her head in that breast neck bib part here, like it just looks so odd sometimes for some of them, and some of them can hide it and cover it, but like I don't know, is sometimes I'm just like, oh dear God. Oh bitch, I would have wore this out. This Ass the World Turns, I'd have been butt ass naked with just a corset pulled all the way. Like I just would have been cinched for filth. Like, yeah. Came out there just full on nudity. Like had one little pant, something, all that, and just gave my body. I said, and I'm good for it. And I'm this ass, this rump, these thighs that match. This ain't a fake body here. This is brought to you by God, by the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. Oh yeah, like because they did the silicone bit. I said, no, bitch, this is real, and she's plump. Now what? That would have been me. But no, on to Heidi in closet. So first of all, this is brilliant. Ass the World Turns. A donkey, which is also known as an ass. Like, come on now. Like, this was great. It was, I think, a campy concept. Now, I will say that the eyes did look a little, the eyes were a little, woo. They dipped off the tit a little bit, we turned the corner. They turned the corner just a tad bit. One of the eyes was down. I was like, okay, is she okay? But other than that, I thought what she presented was fine. She did have her eyes shut because she wanted to make the eyes give the Eeyore cartoon effect, but it gave more so a children's birthday party in an interesting neighborhood outside. And they have people in costumes that are not at an actual Disneyland resort, Six Flags, or any theme park location, but are at the children's party. It is a TikTok video. There is somehow Spider-Man, Mrs. Incredible, and SpongeBob, and they're cutting up doing it. That, but like other than that, I said this is brilliant in terms of like, okay, concept level. I thought Heidi was brilliant for this, brilliant. But I was like, okay, that we to the right a little bit for the eye, but I wish one of the ears was up. Is that me? That's me. I'm gonna keep going. I get it was Eeyore. Matt, move on. I wanted something to be a little whoop. I don't know why. I just wanted the. I was like, is she gonna fall? I hope she don't fall. She's just closing her eyes while she's walking. Kahana Montrese is next. Listen, you need to have that doctor's name, address, and phone number printed on everything that you do at this point, baby. Because like that could have been a promo for the promo right there. Whoever is your doctor, did you do a photo shoot? Needs to be in his office. Okay, this is my work. I did this. I pumped her full of it. This was everything. I kind of lived. We've seen many of Nurse, but this was a fun one. And I was like, oh, this is kind of hot. I do agree with the hair number because it did cover the ass a little bit, but like I did enjoy this. I thought this was fire. And I thought she was painted for filth and she looked good. She gave. I liked. I lived. I wish the hair was a little different. That's all. Maybe shorter in the back, so it wouldn't have covered the rump when she was walking. Because that's the tutelage. Give the bootay. But other than that, I was like, okay, work. She gave. Now, if this is my new friend that I had made at DragCon that I know did Ingeria's clothes, if you made this and you said, Matt, you may have some questionable notes for me this week. No, I took some of the shots specifically from the pit stop, so they would be muted because YouTube be playing with me. So some of those shots that you see are directly from me doing my normal screenshots like you've seen, and other ones are from me going to the pit stop because I was like, great, they had it blurred. Perfect, because I was going to put Chucky there. You know how I do. I always censor with the Chuckster. So I was like, thank God they blurred it because that saved me 3 extra steps on Final Cut Pro. I love you, Lala. That will never change. I thought this was Noxema Jackson on her way to an interview at a Burlington coat factory or a call center, specifically for T-Mobile and Geek Squad. If you're in Houston, you know exactly where I'm talking about. NCO. Honey. So I think her face is beautiful, and not everybody can pull off a flat wig. Ask James Mansfield in Untucked. But I thought she was great here. If I didn't know what the rest of this outfit was going to give, I would have been just fine. So here's where it really went down. The block this way, okay? It's very hard to get color right, especially on people with dark melanated skin. And so I can't be like, oh, it should have been this. Like, I'm not going to do that. Especially as me as a light-skinned Black man, I'm not going to even play this game today. But the way it looked was so fucking weird when she turned her hip and then showed this B cup booty. Okay, because it's not flat totally. It's a B, but it's a B that's longer than it should be. It's a long B. You could say a B minus, if you will. Okay, and she said little booties matter, and I think they do. I don't know what that feels like, but I believe they do. I can't relate to that. I hip, ass, thighs that match over here, but I just hated whatever that color was that they used back there against their skin. Man, ha. But I think where the concept went, listen, whoever designed this, I don't know if it was my new friend or not. I'm not sure. I'm not trying to be kissing ass here. I'm just saying, like, what y'all thought of, brilliant. I thought that was great. I don't know how this. And I'm agree with Bianca. I kind of wish she was padded in this instance, and she did do more of an exaggeration with the look itself. Like, really gave some sort of she could have done what's her name from Powerpuff Girls, the mayor's secretary with the red hair. Like, if you was gonna just go for the red, I don't know. I don't know. Mrs. Bell, yeah, Miss Bellum. That's where we could have gone. Let's do the fame game now, shall we? Let's take a look at the fame game, girls. Let's do it. Let's get into it. Monica Beverly Hills. This can never be declined. My God. The rest of it, I would tell you. Next up is Naysha Lopez. Now, I'll be honest with you. This is actually my favorite thing she has worn this season so far. You may not agree, but Monica needed a booty to really sell that last outfit, and she doesn't have a booty to really do that. So that's why the chest was given. Breast was immaculate with the rest of the outfit, but that ass in the back wasn't giving it to me for the way she needed to. I needed to sit on that sucker, and it was inside the house. It needed to be right at the window. But Naysha's doctor did well here because this actually looked really good. I was like, okay, this was a bop. I thought this was actually well done for what it was worth. Now, Mrs. Kasha Davis. Who? Alexis, who? I just thought you were the Mary Kay lady, or possibly somebody who is a very overzealous realtor. Alexis, who? No, baby, you do real estate. Like, and you're that lady with the really funky Mini Cooper, it's like it's with the two dogs. Like, no, man, who was Alexis carried what? Alexis carry her over to somebody's Prudential website. The fuck? I was like, and then when this turned around, this thing, I said, well, good evening. Good evening. Hey. I love her. I love Mrs. Kasha Davis, but hell no. Oh, listen, it can give you whatever it wants to give you. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you what it gives me. You want to say a 90s soap diva? No, let me tell you what, honey, you could call this designing something. You could do that. Something was designed here because these ass panels in the back, I will not do it today. I thought those were screen doors for someone's home. I can't do this today. I won't. And I love her, but I was like, hell no. I love Kasha, but Listen, I'd buy a house from her though. I would buy a house. I would. You better believe it. Flesh covered panel. That's right. I almost wish she would. I don't even think it would have been better if it was red or gray. I don't even know. Oh my goodness. Hang it up flat screen. Someone throw Nikki into a blender and menage it. Okay, let's get back to the episode. Let's get back to the episode. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I'm sorry if I was mean to you in that moment. I wasn't trying to be. I just had opinions about what gestures were served on this runway. That's what I do. Do me a favor, hit that like button, share, and subscribe. If you're new here, drop a tip in my jar. PayPal.me/MattyRants. Catch up with MattyRants. Venmo, MattyRants. I appreciate y'all for being here. Let's get back to the episode. Ta-da-ta-ta, Nickelodeon. Da-do. So the safe group was, Eeyore, Dr. Sismore, and Flatback. I thought, based on how the episode was going, that they were actually going to be the winners, but I was wrong, and I'm still okay with whoever was in the top, which was Jimbo Candy and Jessica. I thought they were good too, but I assumed, based on how when Michelle did everything before the actual finished product happened, I was like, oh, this went completely different. Never mind then. I'll be quiet. Like, never mind. I mean, they all were okay. It wasn't really my favorite challenge of the week. Now let's get to the juice. Bitch, this is crazy to me. So James Mansfield, Darian Lake, and Alexis Michelle are in the bottom three. And they're all going through their critiques. Everyone's getting things said to them that are nice, mostly about their runway. And then, of course, talking about the show and just saying it really wasn't their best. Now, we get to Alexis Michelle. And Alexis Michelle, you got me on. You have got to be one of the... Like, I don't know whether to give you applause or to just be like, how dare you? Like, you really have the goal to sit up here and do what you did on this good day and then get backstage on Untucked and act like you didn't do anything wrong when you really played Darian Lake. Like, and Darian, you punked out here today. You got her backstage. You should have got her on the stage because RuPaul asked you to. It could have saved your ass this week. She actually apologized that it didn't go so well. Can you imagine being in a group? Like, please don't think about this. Be in a group with some people and do a challenge with them that you actually said, okay, let's do this, girls. And then you start to like give feedback and I want to do this, I want to do that. I'm sure you did. I'm sure Darren didn't write the entirety of all this script. You apologized. What? Like, I should have spoke up in that moment and said something. Oh. It's magic. Like, no way. No fucking way. Could bait Chelsea. The dragging that would have taken place on that stage. My God. The dragging that would have taken place on that. Woo. she would have came back. I'd have gave her something to cry about. I'd have gave her something to really cry about. I don't know how because you now have thrown me and James, because James was thrown in there at the same time under the bus. James didn't say nothing either. I don't know why James punked out. You were on your confessional giving it up. I was like, girl, what is going on here? But T.S. Madison said, well, I mean, what had happened? Like, what was the problem? Trying to get to the solution here. And then all of a sudden we get this really wonderful moment from Alexis. Just, Darian really was the one who made this. And, I feel so bad about the situation. Jimbo, everybody on stage is now like, oh shit, like, here we go. Like, this is some mess. It was mess. Say what you want about it. Be mad at my opinion. Fuck off. Fuck whatever. It was mess. Rainy day, Ashanti, rain on me. Oh, this was ridiculous. At the same time, Alexis Michelle, brilliant television. I'm telling you right now, if I was backstage and I was in the bottom with Alexis Michelle, the way I would have been telling everyone, did you not just see what happened on that stage? Imagine getting in a group with her and you come up with a concept and she tells you it's a good idea. Let's go with it, after complaining about it the first time, right? And then we get on stage and then she says, it's all you and them. And I could have done better. And I wish I would have said more. And, it's really not. We need to vote her out because clearly this is going to happen again. And obviously she doesn't know how to be a team player here. And that's more dangerous in this game than anything. And if I was thinking of myself as a person who's been in the top multiple times, Jimbo, if I was you, this would have been my time to send her home. Oh yeah. I know you weren't going to win the lip sync at all. Like that wasn't going to happen. It's never going to be. But no, this was the opportunity. Oh, no. This was the opportunity. It's RuPaul then giving Darian Lake the full floor to drag her. And she instead just starts explaining herself. Darian, wake up. You are not a pond. You are a lake. Darian, wake up. This pissed me off. You have dragged Ben de la Creme for less. I know that was many moons ago. But on a real note, you have dragged Ben de la Creme for less, girl. I was shocked. I was like, really? We're just letting that roll with the, well, it was my idea and we all came together and this go, no, baby. It was supposed to be Alexis Michelle. Here is where we start on you this good day, as you look like a fucking puppet walking down the runway, smiling and cheesing for no reason, as if your soul's been taken out by a Dementor 5 fucking minutes ago. Baby, I just can't believe it. I was like, well, come on. This was your moment. And you took the other route. And this is not the game that you need to play. We would have applauded you for gathering her. Wouldn't y'all have applauded her in that moment for Darian? Like, just like, you know what, Alexis, that was kind of bullshit. Like, you actually could have been a grown adult in this situation. You're almost as old as me. Like, that would have been that moment. Like, take her down. Because she played you on this stage. Rue, Madison, and the rest of everybody else saw that happen. James Mansfield, you also, you know what, actually, let me say this. I don't know if there was something actually said by James or if more was given to, let me be very honest, because this show isn't all the way like this is exactly what happened, right? So maybe more was, I don't know. But what we got was this, and I felt bad. I was like, damn, Darian, damn. Now, the other group did well. Of course, most of them got positive critiques. Candy was told about her ass being weird looking and all that kind of shit. But Jimbo is the winner of this week's episode. That is 2 wins for Jimbo, making them the front runner. Oh, Canada is in the house. $5,000 richer, because that's all they're going to get tonight. Alexis grabbing Jimbo's hand because you're not going to grab the hand of anybody else. And James Mansfield telling us that they're going to have to drag me out in order to get rid of me. Now, let's just jump into Untucked, because I like to do this in order of actual things that happen. Now, the other group is happy to be safe. There is no talk of, I wish it was me. I wish it was me. It's for this challenge, for this week in particular, I'm happy we are safe. That is the narrative. That is that. It's no more. It's no less, right? Okay, great. Great. When we get the rest of the babies backstage, it gets a little bit crankier. Mamu-chan. Mamu-chan, are you up? Oh, you're up now. Okay, the cat is up. Mamu-chan. What are you watching on TV, baby? What is, oh, it's Jurassic. Oh, it's Lost World. Okay, good taste. Good taste. Bex, thank you so much for the super chat. A little gift for the new kitty. Buy some good catnip or some treats for the new baby. And I agree. I would have voted Alexis right out of there. It was a what the fuck moment for me. What lost the opportunity? I mean, that is literally how, you know, we lost Morgan McMichaels in the first round. They opened their mouth and said, ah. Like, oh, you want to shake the tit? Okay. All right, get her out now because you don't know what's about to happen. I'm going to keep all the girls that are giving crap on the runway. No shade. You didn't win the right way. Be mad at me. I'm $100,000, $200,000 richer. You can be poor if you want to. I'm trying to pay a bill. Okay. Who remembers that song? Now, Alexis, you are knock-kneed and bent over if you would to like, why even ask this question? Are you mad at me? Do you think I threw you under the bus? I just stated how I felt. I said, oh, okay. Did I throw you under the bus? Did I throw you under the bus? Darian, are you mad at me? Did I throw you under the bus? Did I throw you under the bus? Did I throw you under the bus? Oh my gosh. Darian, I did appreciate this one though, because you know, you expressed yourself, and then when the question was asked, you were like, I mean, not so much threw under, but more so you threw me in front of a moving bus. You threw me in front of you. There we go. You threw me in front of you. You threw me in front of you of the moving bus because we were all getting hit, but you threw me in front. I said, okay. Ow. But this should have been said on stage. Scream. James, I appreciate you actually pleading your case for you to stay and how you really want to be there. I felt that. I wouldn't have voted for you that day, even though you look like you're in costume for some sort of rainforest cafe situation, because it just is, it's sitting so fucking low. It's just, I know what you were going for, and I appreciate you for the references, but I was just like, God, it looks like you're going to hit her and things are going to fly out. I can't. Darian Lake is fucking gorgeous. Darian went home looking like this. I need that conversation to be said. It's hard to send folks home. It's a competition that someone's got to go. But man, Darian went home looking good. Like this hair color with this fabric color is it's so lovely. I'm just over here like, oof, I love this. I'm getting ideas for looks like, oh, I need to have this as one of my thingy things. Stephanie, thank you so much for the Cash App Tippy Poo. Thank you for your generosity. As always, love from Romania. Thank you. Shout out to everybody who is overseas. You know, I'm in Texas. God, yeah, I'm in one of the world. I'm over here in the United States. But for those of you across the pond and across the world, I send you all my love for whatever time you're watching this, as well as anybody else for wherever you're at in the world. I hope you're doing well, and I hope you're feeling good and you're not down. Lift your spirits up. Appreciate you for being here. Like button, please. Share, comment, do all of that jazz and all that jazz. Appreciate you for being here. Moving forward, Maud Apatow was really sweet backstage. She did nothing but just fangirl out. The lipsticks were picked. Who would have you? I would have chosen Alexis just because that stuff scares me in a competition where if let's say they put me on a team with her, it's not chosen, like how this episode went, right? I don't want to be in a situation where Alexis is going to be dragging me in a very victim kind of way. You apologized to RuPaul and the judges because it was, I mean, they didn't say it was horrible. They just said it wasn't funny. And then you went on this full like apology tour for what? It was weird. It was weird, bro. I was like, nah, we can't keep you. That's Darian ain't been doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Like no shade to Darian, but like it's been kind of like we love you, and they're not like, hey, keep you to next week. You'll go home next week. James has been high consistently, so that's when I'm going to start playing. Okay, I'm gonna let track record speak here for you. Like I'm like, okay, I'm gonna let that be the one. But this one, the one that literally just threw my whole team under the bus. Yeah, she got to go. I still respect Alexis for doing this though, because it was high class television. It was high key entertaining. I fully was living for it, but also like, what? But again, no, I'm sending you home, bitch. But I do have to give Alexis her flowers. This was fun. Y'all may not be enjoying the season. I'm enjoying the bullshit. Like the bullshit's kind of funny, but it's also like, damn, not my people. Stop playing with my sister. Stop doing like that kind of bit. But anywho, Beetlejuice, Jimbo Juice. Jimbo is dressed to lose another lip sync, as we see the lip sync assassin is everyone's favorite Chanel from season 1 of RuPaul's Drag Race and season 1 All Stars. Hi, Chanel. Chanel is on the Vegas Strip, not the Strip, but does the Vegas show actually now. She subs in for Asia, or they do a rotating bit as host. Cue people's comments about Chanel. I'm kidding. I was on the phone with a friend who was telling me some stories. I was like, oh. But no, Chanel, I was here for it. We knew she'd win a lip sync. Well, I still think she beat Rebecca Glasscock, but whatever. The original Body Girl, right? I thought to myself, how is Jimbo going to beat Chanel with almost, over 20 something plus years of experience in drag, performing like live, like not just doing like, a baby fell out of my bum hole and I'm wearing a titty bib that is obnoxiously big and I'm being stupid and at the same time brilliant for a sense of whatever the fuck I'm watching because it's Adult Swim at 2 a.m. But Chanel's been like working. So I didn't see this going to Jimbo and them breaking their streak of losses, especially to Joan Jett's bad reputation. I'd had a blast with this one. I thought Chanel looked like someone's mother lip syncing, but I thought she was someone's mom who I would have like started clapping for, like, oh, your mom is so cool. If this was like at some sort of school function. Like this is sort of PTA, like get together and the kids are there too. And they didn't know their parents were about to perform on stage. And Chanel got up there and basically, embarrassed her child. I thought that much. I did. I enjoyed it, but I was like, all right, someone's mother is cutting up here. The way she was dancing, when I tell you it was of a certain buffet variety. The hands. She kept doing this. I was weak watching her. I was cracking up because I'm like, she's not even performing this like a rock song. She's doing it like a mom who loves her daughter, who totally went in their like full on like Darlene phase. You know what I'm saying? It gave me Roseanne. It gave me a little bit of that, less of all the problems with her. Jimbo did a lot. This is Jimbo, the whole lip sync. Hey, yeah. What? This is rock. I'm weak. That painful walk that Jimbo do, bitch. It'd be cracking me, girl. I swear to God, it's like Dick Dastardly and Muttley are moving somewhere to go fuck up Penelope Pitstop's way of winning the wacky races or something. Every time with Jimbo, I love them down, but bitch, I'd be thinking they're about to like complete some sort of evil mission every time they start walking. It's hilarious. I love Jimbo, but I'd be like, baby. Look at her. My kid's on the honor roll. Do you think that she would be lip syncing to Bad Reputation by Joe Jett from this? No. Like this clearly something else is on. It's okay. Oh, did they cast her as Mrs. Fantastic? Fabulous. Thank you so much, Asia Urban Reviews, for the super chat. That's amazing. Oh, I can't wait to see the Barbie movie, to be honest with you. Yeah, like again, I had a fun time watching this very tan-legged individual take off their clothes and do a shimmy shake and fall to the ground and flop down there while this person was stretching the latex that's all over their body through this breast bib while they sweat on their titty brips. It's a lot. It's good. Yeah. RuPaul was entertained by the buffet brunch service on the cruise that was given to them. And Chanel finally won something without Chad Michaels. Just want to let that one sit. Wait a minute. This is how the Twitter wars start. No. Does Chanel have a computer? Does she know how to work a computer? Hey, it's been a fun review. La da 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 da, la da da da. It's been a fun time right here. Ha ta ta. Okay. Ha cha cha cha. But congratulations, not to Chad Michaels this time, but to Chanel. Obex, you already know. I was like, honey, they need to know that was a good one. They need to know that was a great read, but it's a good one. Because I'm proud of Chanel. Listen, sometimes when she's not talking about Black men, listen, I'm kidding. That's something somebody told me, Chanel. I don't know if it's true or not. So anyhow, Chanel, and for those of you who are like, Matt, shh, you don't talk to people like others do. Shh, relax. Chanel won. That's all that matters. And I would like to see her on an all-star season, not on a team. Oh, please, God, no, not on a team. Okay. Jimbo, the only time Jimbo wins a lip sync is when they're leaving after being beaten from a lip sync, as they always say something that's so funny. Thanks for beating me, you bitch. Chanel threw that one good hip out and had to make a decision. Darian Lake was the vote. And guess what? Everybody voted for Darian. Everybody voted for Darian. It was the safe pick because these last few weeks, let's be honest, it's been a lot of, oh, you did me what? And oh, you chose me then. And oh, this, that, and So I think they wanted to play a safe route this week because Darian has been in the bottom the most. And it was like, we don't have to do this off of emotions or whatever the case may be. And also, I don't think that they really got the full gist of how Alexis played her on the runway to where, or better yet, maybe just because Alexis and James both have never been in the bottom and Darian had been there twice. I get it. Totally. It's like, yeah, but like, I'm also playing a game. And you could say you want to beat the best, and that's cool. But Ash Ketchum said that too. And it took him how many years to win anything? To like really get there, to really get the championship. Let's really call it what it is. Because he wanted to be the very best. I want to fight the real big girl, please. Let them get knocked down and fight the girl that just got by because she had a really nice trick spell. You know, that trick room came in handy. The accuracy rate was up there that day. You know, I'm just saying, like, I'm not Ash Ketchum if I'm playing Drag Race, okay, bitch? I'm going to win because I'm going to have to fuck shit up. Like, who's in the competition? She's in the bottom this week. That's too bad. They can be mad at me online. They can do it. Get angry. Upset, if you will. Diarrhea. It's not that deep. It is because I'm going to have my money. And if you want to make sure your king or queen is saved in life, you go to their shows. You tip them. You buy their merch. You spend that $40 to do a meet and greet. You take that picture. You tell them how much you love them. And don't mention where they could have done better on the show, which I saw at DragCon and it blew my mind. I still got to post those pictures and do my video on that. But Nidra is sending me the video today. So I will be having that DragCon content very soon. Excited for that. Just in time for Pride Month. But yeah, Darian is the one chosen. Even Jimbo picked them, even if they had a choice in the matter. You know, the only time Jimbo's lipstick will actually matter this season is probably when they're doing group votes. Matty, stop! That's no. Let me. It's like, girl, don't, you know what, Jimbo, just look at the box. You don't even need to pick the lipstick up, sister. Just look at the box. Think about who you'd want to send home. We don't need to see it, baby. By any chance you win, a broken leg, a broken light, a rule broke. I don't know, honey. I don't know. That's why they're called lip sync assassins, sister. Darian Lake is the cool waters. I miss him. Darian, you gave, listen, for what it's worth, I enjoyed Darian Lake this season. I am sad to see them go. I'm sad that they didn't get to do the reading challenge or snatch game. Like, I would have liked to have seen what Darian would have gave, but love you, Darian. We're gonna miss you on the show. Hopefully, you'll give us some good Fame Games looks, because you've had some good ones in your repertoire here. Not all the time, but I'm sure we'll have some great looks coming up. Now, the next episode is Snatch Game of Love, and I do want to preface this because I know the show's over, but y'all, I have to talk this up because I feel like next week we're going to be talking. We're going to be having a discussion. Everything that we've seen happen this episode is probably going to build up and explode on the Snatch Game of Love. It is clear that the group is now against Heidi. And Kahana over here saying that was foul. Like, what are you talking about? Because didn't you say you wanted to win too, Miss Sis? Like, what's going on? Like, where is this coming from? I need to see where this started. Because if it's over what was happening last week, roll the tapes. Candy, that is wild to me. And it's like, now hold up. You literally, the instigator, yes, you did, Miss Pac-Man. Yes, you did. Mona Scott, Young, Andy Cohen, Carlos King, Avanas. I'm very confused as to what is going to happen and if something that we haven't seen yet is going to take place where Heidi's now, her integrity is being challenged. Like, hold up. And are we now breaking down a person this way? Like, what's going on? I think the Heidi and Candy alliance is going to break up because I feel like Candy has built one with Kahana instead with a win. And Jimbo, I feel Candy, are you aligning with only the W's? Is that what you're doing? What if this is an acting challenge? It's Snatch Game of Love. I don't know. This is too much. And it is going to be interesting. Who is the lip sync assassin? How badly do I want it to be Taste because I can see this hair and silhouette? We'll see next week. Anywho, ta-da! That's the end of our show. Thanks, y'all, for tuning in today. I hope you had a good one. I know this was done earlier than the last video, but I wanted to make sure I spent some time with my child today. He's still wet. This is now officially... Today being Saturday, I got him Thursday, 48 hours since I've adopted him because I got him around 4:30 Thursday. So now we're at the 48-hour mark. Let me get my baby. Mama Chan. Come here, pumpkin. Mama Chan. Mama Chan. Here we go. Here we go, Mama Chan. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hi, big boy. You waked up? This is Mamu-chan. Say hi, Treefies. Say hello. Mamu-chan was born on November 18th of last year, so he is a Scorpio. He is 6 months and 1 week, and he is my little baby, and I love him so much. I was very emotional. Mamu-chan had a very sad story, unfortunately. He was a part of a group, a little litter of cats, that people, I guess, wanted to sell, and it came from a breeding pair or whatever, and they weren't selling the cats, so they dropped them off in a ditch in a cardboard box. Big yawn. And unfortunately, Mamu-chan's brothers and sisters were killed by a car that, you know, ran some of them over. Mamu-chan had a broken leg. The box was, I don't know if it got in the road or exactly what had happened, but they said he, had his leg broken from a car accident. And so, okay, big boy, I'm gonna get you down. Okay. There you go. There you go. Pop up on the desk. I already know you want to get up here. And so they got him, and they, fixed his leg. He's been neutered and all that. And I was just like, this was too much. So whenever they told me that, I was like, and he's mine. Like I didn't want to think about it anymore. I didn't want to go to like, oh my goodness, is he gonna have other problems? I didn't care. I just thought about somebody literally giving a cat love and then saying, I changed my mind. And then instead of like giving it an opportunity for someone to take the cat, you dump them in the middle of the fucking road. Like, that's my nugget. I love him so much. Oh my goodness. I didn't realize how much I really needed this cat. Woo, it's my little emotional buddy here. And I love him so much because he also, every time I sit down to watch a show, that is my partner in crime because he likes to watch TV with me. So it's great. But yes, Mamu-chan is his name. Mamoru, for those of you who already know from Sailor Moon fame, Tuxedo Mask. I called him that just because, fighting evil by moonlight, winning love by daylight. He is a defender. He's a survivor. And I feel, he definitely came into my life and I needed him too. So yeah, he's such a weirdo though. He also is a talker. So be prepared for every now and then in some videos, you may hear him. Oh, you will hear him. 4 o'clock this morning, you motherfucker. Ooh, pissed me off. It's time to eat. No, it's not. 9 a.m. is your bed. Like, that is your time. But I love him so much. He, after many suggestions in a couple of days, you will see in the video, I'll show you examples. I like filmed everything. He's an open litter box person. He doesn't like it covered. He hates the wood pellets. I'm literally looking at a litter box I just paid $45 fucking on that he's not even going to use. I have to get sand or whatever to put it in there. He likes the Arm & Hammer clump and seal. He does not like the pellets. For those of you who suggested it, he's like, no, ew, don't like it. He has just gotten into his toys now. The first day, not so much. It took him a day to acclimate. Yeah, because he was very much like, "Ooh, I'm going to be under the bed all day, daddy." And then after that, it was like, "Okay, this is my home. I live here. You stay here with me sometimes." Yeah, the clump and slide one. Mm-hmm. That's the one he likes. So yeah, it took him just a day. So yeah, I even left him for a little bit, which really gave me the nerves to leave. But he was fine when I got home, and very much I left the TV on, and he was literally sitting in front of the television, watching American Dad at that. And I'm talking about eyes were open, just sitting there like, looked at me and said, "Oh, big stretch." Did the full bit, Mamu-chan. You still don't like that running water. I paid $45 for some running water. And this little motherfucker doesn't even want to drink out of it. I am so mad. You are going to one day. I'm just going to leave it there for you to pick up, babe. I'm just going to leave it there. Want to hop up? You want to hop up? Come on, bub. So nicknames are Mamu, That's my favorite way to talk to him versus the China's Mamu. Mamu. But yeah, for those of you who didn't know, and another reason why I was like, I need a break for the next like few days, you know, my mother had passed away back in 2011 and her birthday was actually yesterday. And so I wanted to like not do anything social media related, but this cat, I swear to God, like normally on that day, like yesterday, I would be like really depressed, but it was like, child, like that little sucker just was all I was focused on. And, you know, I love him so much. He's going to be a fluffy monster when he gets older. They said that the people at the adoption place, they were like, oh, he's going to be a fluffy little bastard. I'm like, I know. He's going to get really big too. So for 6 months, I'm like, oh my God, he's going to get big. But yeah, so he's doing good. Best decision I have made. This has been just an excellent fucking year so far. Like, we got drag, we got Kitty now. We, you know, DragCon was amazing. I want to go see Beyonce for my birthday. Like, you know what? So girls want to be mad at me. That's, hey, do you, baby. I'm doing fine over here. I'm minding my business. I got my home. I just got the lease renewal situation. I already talked about that. We gonna be here another year. that's me right now. Yay. Currently. So anywho, listen, we got more All Stars 8 to cover. The panel is tomorrow, so make sure that you tune in for the panel. We have Drag Race Mexico coming up soon. I will be covering that. We still have Drag Race España. Y'all, watch my Drag Race España reviews. If you watch the show, pop on in. The show's good. The judging's weird, but yes, do that. And then also Queen of the Universe is around the corner. I will be covering Queen of the Universe. Yellow Jackets just ended, so if you're on my Patreon, be on the lookout for that video sometime soon. We're still covering Bad Boys Texas. I don't know why, but y'all have asked, so I'm going to give you the most comedic play-by-play I can possible for that show. And yeah, more to come. I do plan on seeing you know, I do plan on seeing, let's see here, The Little Mermaid. I want to see it tomorrow or like Monday. I got to go see it. I heard it was good. Oh, thank you, M, for reminding me because I was totally about to forget. So Friday. I don't know who you're talking to, B Brown. Friday. Let's see here. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? If you are interested in watching the Street Fighter 6 live stream, by all means, tune in. Ain't nobody arrogant over here, baby. Watch it. Tune in. Like, it's going to be a good time. We're going to play some video games here. I'm also going to be getting Diablo on the menu, and I plan on doing some streams for that. It's going to be Friday in the early afternoon for the day because I have a game night that I'm hosting that Friday. And then we're going to start, like I said before, 2 times a week on a good evening, and also for early in the day, like 2-hour, 3-hour sessions of gaming. It'll be like maybe Diablo nights, Street Fighter mornings, switch it up. However that works out, that's what we're going to do. So I'm excited to bring those back because I was like, I'm just right now. I was trying to get the cat. I had DragCon going on, and me and my PlayStation had been like on chill, but I'm now really fully back into it after playing the beta. I'm so excited to play that game. It's gonna be so much fun. Again, thanks for tuning in, everybody. I appreciate y'all so much for being here, supporting your boy. If we don't agree, that's fine. Don't disrespect me though, because that's an instant block. That's a delete. You can run to another platform and have a conversation about that for free. But that's not it over here. Call me whatever you want to, but you on that bullshit yourself if you feel it. So I'm gonna do all of my love and hip hop body shaking with that, because some of y'all, you play me in my face in some of these comments. I'm talking to you specifically, but like others, I really appreciate the love. I appreciate those of you who can do the agree to disagree, but like the disrespect, get out of here with that shit. Anywho, if you want to find me on those social media spaces, it's the Linktree link in the description. Also on Patreon, Check it out as low as $1 a month. We have a good time over there, no drama. And also Cameo, bookable there as well. We'll see y'all on the internet for other content, other videos, more to come. Panel tomorrow, Bad Boys coming up, Drag Race España, the video game streaming, and All Stars 8. We got a full menu. Queen of the Universe, so much more. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. And cat content. Are you back on the couch? Back on. Bobby Shaw said, I am going back to my couch. Thank you. It's my couch. He has taken my blanket. He has taken my pillows. I no longer have things. I feel like I have to buy stuff for myself. Okay. Love y'all down. Appreciate y'all for being here. And you can't steal my joy. Sorry to tell you. I'll see you next time. Bye. Listen. Yeah.